All right, Raiders fans, let's dive into some of the most exciting developments surrounding the Las Vegas Raiders right now. And we're starting with a name that's quickly becoming impossible to ignore: Caleb Rogers. This rookie offensive lineman has been making waves over the past couple of weeks, and honestly, the buzz is well-deserved. Last week, he played 17 snaps, and in the most recent matchup against the Denver Broncos, he didn't miss a single play. From start to finish, every snap was his, and he performed exceptionally well. Watching him on the field, it's clear that Caleb has a natural ability to step into high-pressure situations and deliver, even with the intense pace and complexity of the NFL game. What's catching everyone's attention online, though, isn't just his on-field performance. It's the mindset he's showing and the way he carries himself under scrutiny. When Caleb Rogers was asked about his performance and the high grades he received from Pro Football Focus, he gave a candid response that has quickly gone viral. PFF awarded him one of the highest grades of the week, noting that he didn't allow any hits, sacks, or pressures on the quarterback. Yet, Caleb didn't just bask in the praise. Instead, he challenged it in his own way, pointing out specific plays where he felt the grading didn't fully reflect the reality on the field. In his words, it wasn't his standard for success, and while the stats might tell one story, the actual game film tells another. He highlighted plays where he was beaten early but recovered through effort, or where the quarterback was eventually tackled despite his intervention. This level of accountability is rare, especially for a rookie, and it shows a level of maturity and self-awareness that goes beyond just physical talent. Caleb isn't focused on accolades or external validation. He's focused on truly understanding his role and contributing to the team in a meaningful way. Now, let's break down why Caleb Rogers' performance has been so impressive. He's only in his second professional game, and it's his first full game where he played every snap. Yet he displayed a combination of technical skill, situational awareness, and leadership that's remarkable for someone at his stage. Watching him in pass protection, it's evident he has the instincts of someone who's played at a high level for years. His ability to adjust in real time to defensive maneuvers, maintain his assignments, and protect his quarterback under pressure speaks volumes about his potential. Even when he lost a rep here or there, his recovery effort was immediate and effective, turning potentially negative plays into manageable outcomes. Caleb's presence on the line doesn't just bolster the Raiders' offensive front. It sets a tone for accountability and professionalism that can elevate the entire squad. It's also worth noting that Caleb Rogers is stepping into this role without the guidance of a top-tier offensive line coach. Brandon Carroll, the current coach, has had his struggles, and yet Caleb is thriving despite that. This underscores his personal drive, football IQ, and raw talent. In the NFL, coaching can accelerate development, but ultimately, success comes down to performance in those critical one-on-one moments. Caleb has faced some of the league's elite defensive tackles and pass rushers, and he's held his own remarkably well. That combination of skill, resilience, and mental toughness makes it exciting to consider his trajectory. As the season progresses, he's likely to not just be a starting guard for the Raiders, but potentially emerge as one of the team leaders, someone who influences the culture and performance of the squad through example as much as ability. Shifting to another key development, the Raiders have also welcomed back Kolton Miller, who is now practicing and expected to return to action. This is a significant boost for the team's offensive line, although his return comes with mixed emotions. On one hand, having a player of Miller's caliber back healthy is a huge positive. He was dominant in both pass and run blocking earlier in the season, showcasing the best form of his career. On the other hand, his injury history has been challenging, including shoulder and high ankle issues that have kept him sidelined at crucial moments over the past few seasons. Nevertheless, after a full offseason to recover and train, Miller is returning with the potential to provide the offensive line with both stability and high-level performance. His presence alongside Caleb Rogers strengthens the Raiders' line and gives the team a better chance to protect the quarterback and open up the running game. Speaking of the quarterback position, the Raiders are navigating some uncertainty with Geno Smith still not back in practice, which increases the likelihood of Kenny Pickett starting. This situation makes the development of the offensive line even more crucial, as Pickett will need consistent protection to showcase his abilities and potentially prove himself as a long-term option for the team. The offensive line's performance directly impacts his ability to succeed, and with Caleb Rogers stepping up and Colton Miller returning, the Raiders are putting themselves in a better position to evaluate the future of their quarterback situation. At the same time, there's a broader conversation happening around quarterback stability and talent evaluation in the league. For instance, discussions surrounding Joe Burrow's future in Cincinnati have been capturing attention, as comments from Burrow suggest he's reflecting on his career, his enjoyment of the game, and potentially exploring options beyond his current team. While it's speculative, it adds context to the ongoing narrative around how franchises assess and build around key positions, particularly quarterback and offensive line cohesion, which are central to the Raiders' strategy moving forward. Through all of this, what stands out is how the Raiders are shaping up in terms of both emerging talent and returning veterans. Caleb Rogers' rise highlights the importance of scouting and player development, while Colton Miller's return demonstrates the impact of experience and recovery. These developments not only influence immediate game outcomes, but also signal the potential for leadership, resilience, and growth within the team. Fans should be paying close attention to how these players mesh, how the offensive line strengthens as a unit, and how the Raiders manage both the present games and the planning for future seasons. With the combination of Caleb Rogers' rookie energy and Colton Miller's veteran expertise, the Raiders are in an interesting phase where young talent and experience intersect, providing a foundation that could support both short-term competitiveness and long-term organizational growth. The narrative unfolding on the Raiders' offensive line, including the accountability, leadership, and performance of Caleb Rogers, is a reminder of how crucial the line is to every successful play in football. Each snap and each adjustment reflects a mixture of preparation, intelligence, and raw skill. And in this case, Caleb's ability to consistently perform under pressure has created both a sense of excitement and optimism among fans. His recognition on social media is only a small part of the story. The real value is seen in game film, where his poise, technique, and determination shine through. Meanwhile, as Colton Miller integrates back into the lineup, his presence amplifies the effectiveness of the line, giving quarterbacks like Kenny Pickett the protection they need to execute plays efficiently and safely. Watching these dynamics develop over the next few games will provide insights not just into individual performances, but also into the Raiders' ability to cultivate talent, respond to adversity, and maintain competitiveness in a league where every detail matters. This combination of rookie emergence, veteran return, and quarterback uncertainty is creating a compelling storyline for the Raiders. Fans are witnessing a blend of youthful energy and seasoned experience, where players like Caleb Rogers and Colton Miller influence not just plays but also team culture and confidence. The offensive line's performance will directly affect offensive rhythm, passing efficiency, and the overall morale of the squad. The strategic decisions made by coaches, the execution by players, and the resilience displayed during challenging matchups will all contribute to how the Raiders navigate this stage of the season. As the team continues to integrate its roster, evaluate talent, and adapt to the realities of injuries and lineup changes, there is a sense of cautious optimism. Each snap provides a chance for players to prove their worth, for coaches to assess potential, and for the Raiders as a franchise to identify the building blocks that could support success not only this season, but in the years to come. Caleb Rogers' story is emblematic of what makes football so compelling: the blend of raw talent, determination, accountability, and the ability to perform under pressure. Even in a team with uncertainties and evolving lineups, he has emerged as a player whose impact is immediately visible. Colton Miller's return complements this narrative, offering stability and an experienced perspective that enhances the entire offensive front. Meanwhile, the quarterback situation, with Geno Smith's absence and Kenny Pickett's potential starting role, underscores the interconnectedness of team performance. Each position relies on the other, and the offensive line, often overlooked in mainstream discussion, is the backbone that enables quarterbacks to succeed, rookies to develop, and veteran players to showcase their skills effectively. The Raiders are entering a phase where talent evaluation, development, and performance under pressure are all coming into focus. Caleb Rogers' accountability, Colton Miller's return, and the quarterback decisions provide a framework for understanding the team's direction. Observers are watching how the rookies handle the pressure, how veterans integrate seamlessly after injury, and how the offensive line as a unit adapts to the challenges posed by elite defensive opponents. The implications go beyond just one game. They affect roster decisions, future draft strategies, and the overall trajectory of the team as they aim to balance short-term competitiveness with long-term growth. With each game, fans gain more insight into the potential leadership qualities emerging within the team, the effectiveness of coaching decisions, and the resilience of players like Caleb Rogers who are proving that talent combined with mindset can make an immediate impact at the highest level. This evolving storyline on the Raiders' offensive line, the integration of new talent, and the return of seasoned players sets the stage for a season filled with intriguing matchups, development milestones, and moments that could define both careers and the team's future. Observing Caleb Rogers step into every snap with poise, watching Colton Miller regain form and influence, and understanding the quarterback dynamics provides a holistic view of how the Raiders are positioning themselves not just to survive the season, but to compete effectively, build continuity, and create a foundation for sustained success. All right, continuing with the Raiders' narrative, the quarterback situation is becoming increasingly compelling, and it's creating a lot of speculation about what the future could hold for Las Vegas. With Geno Smith still not participating in practice, Kenny Pickett is likely to take the reins, and this opens up an entirely new chapter for both the young quarterback and the team. Pickett has had limited starting experience at the NFL level, but the Raiders now have a real opportunity to evaluate whether he can handle the pressure of starting, make consistent decisions under fire, and establish himself as a potential long-term solution. This is a critical period because quarterback stability directly influences every aspect of the offense. The performance of the offensive line, led by Caleb Rogers and soon aided by Colton Miller's return, will be integral in determining Pickett's ability to execute plays efficiently. His growth, decision-making, and confidence on the field will not only affect immediate game outcomes, but could also shape the Raiders' strategy for the upcoming seasons. Watching Pickett navigate this challenge will reveal whether he has the tools, the mental toughness, and the poise to become the face of the franchise moving forward. Adding another layer to this narrative is the broader league context, particularly the conversations surrounding Joe Burrow and his future with the Cincinnati Bengals. Burrow's comments about his enjoyment of football and the challenges he's faced suggest he's reflecting deeply on his career, the organizational structure around him, and his own personal fulfillment. In the NFL, quarterback satisfaction and alignment with team philosophy can be just as critical as raw talent. Teams take notice when a player of Burrow's caliber expresses uncertainty, and it can set off a domino effect in the league, leading to speculation about potential trades, new opportunities, and shifts in team strategies. While it's still early to draw conclusions, the fact that other teams are paying attention highlights how fluid quarterback situations can be and how the Raiders might position themselves to take advantage if an opportunity arises. The potential for Burrow to explore alternatives, whether through retirement considerations or a trade request, underscores the ever-present need for franchises to evaluate their talent pipelines and have contingency plans ready. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL world is buzzing with whispers after a shockwave seemingly hit the league. AMON-RA St. Brown, the standout wide receiver who's been turning heads with his route running and uncanny catch radius, is reportedly set to join the Las Vegas Raiders. Sources close to the team hint that this move could completely reshape the Raiders' aerial attack, turning them into a nightmare for opposing defenses. Insiders claim that the Raiders have been quietly eyeing St. Brown for months, seeing him as the perfect weapon to pair with their existing receiving core. Known for his ability to find soft spots in coverage and extend plays, St. Brown could become the centerpiece of an offense that has long struggled to consistently stretch the field. Rumors suggest that team executives were willing to make bold moves to bring him to Sin City, signaling a potential shift in the franchise's offensive philosophy. Fans and analysts alike are already speculating about the impact. If St. Brown does indeed suit up in silver and black, the Raiders could see a surge in explosive plays, with quarterbacks suddenly armed with a receiver capable of turning short passes into game-changing gains. The buzz isn't just about his talent. It's also about the aura he brings. Onlookers describe him as a player whose presence on the field demands attention, forcing defenses to adjust and opening opportunities for his teammates. Social media is ablaze with discussions and hot takes. Some pundits are calling this a franchise-altering signing, while others caution that chemistry with the quarterback and adapting to a new system will be crucial. Nevertheless, the excitement is undeniable. Speculation around St. Brown's arrival has already reignited debates about the Raiders' offensive ceiling and whether this addition could finally elevate them to contender status. While official confirmation remains elusive, the mere chatter has fans dreaming big. Could the Raiders' passing game suddenly become one of the most feared in the league? Could St. Brown thrive under the bright lights of Las Vegas? For now, the rumor mill is running full throttle, and the NFL landscape may be on the brink of a seismic shift, all centered around a receiver whose star is undeniably rising. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.